What is good, guys? What is good? Fighting some bitrate issues here. I don't know anything about bitrate, but we're getting it figured out. We're getting it figured out. The Blazing Crusader is back. Oh, he's all right. He's been back for a little bit. Yeah, just sorry. Yeah, sorry. Was figuring out bitrate and stuff like that. Don't truly understand why it was doing things or anything like that, but yeah, I figured we'd just hang out. Some people want to see the Camelot sauce. I was supposed to go today and get the cards so I could do them like live, but I'm just gonna wait till like Friday. But I can and will show them on Omega. I don't take no credit. My man HD takes all the credit. He's the one that showed me what they can do, and I don't know. It's weird. It's almost like I know someone in a comment section said like it's like a win more card, but like it doesn't win. It doesn't win more. It like just it's like an additional copy of the museum, which it beats. It gets us an additional copy of museum, which in the same way is like better than terraforming, right? I guess, and it has like some neat utility that you can use. But yeah, I'll gladly showcase that. I don't know. I was kind of figuring maybe we just hang out today, talk some Yu-Gi-Oh! Theory. There've been like tons of lists that popped up. I even put one in my Discord, which I'll show if people want to see it. I'll show it. It was a topping list that won a regional, and it was like one of the most crazy Guatemala regionals that I've like seen. And it's just kind of crazy. I cannot get behind like the single warrior name. Like that's just I'll die on that hill. I'll die on that hill. Instead of it makes it feel less like Infernobles, it makes it feel more like Fire Warrior spam, and I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Do not know. Don't know, but that's all right. I'll fight on that hill. Well, Scarlight, I will probably die on that hill. I will die on the hill, you fight for it. I shall die. So I'm going to an OTS championship Saturday, and I'm taking Infernobles with me, so I have everything except SP and DS-Pon. Well, it'd be good replacements. Retin's a if you're not playing Retin, but Retin's a SP at home. Technically, it's an SP at home. And then there's like a giant. You can play Fire Swordsman. What is it? Fire Flame Swordsman. You can play the Goki Power Load Ogre. You can play tons of stuff actually. Otherwise, that you're not playing. But yeah, check out. I'll show you guys this Guatemala list. Like this is crazy here. There we go. Move you guys over there. There we go. So this is the Guatemala list. The winner, Brendan Morales, ended up taking. So he's playing 2 Renaud, which I like. I think Renaud is great at 2. It's so crazy. It's like this is like the best extender in the deck, like the most powerful extender the deck has, but it's like limiting, right? It's like limited. It only really truly extends with what do you call it? It only truly extends with Fire Warriors, and then he's playing one of the Malgus, one of the mages, Turpin, Oliver, one of Ogier. But so like I still don't agree with the one of names. I just can't bring myself to do it. Then he's playing like one uppercut, which uppercut's kind of interesting to play as a one of. But like this right here screams more like warrior good stuff than anything, because I'm adding access code and Zeus. I would actually, if you can, I would play, if you can get your hands on Typhon, Sky Crisis. That card's pretty insane. I think it's better than Zeus in some instances, but Zeus is not a bad option because you do play some XYZs. 2 gear, which is kind of crazy for 2 gear. I love gear free, but I always brick on 2. I always draw 2. They're twins. They stay together. 1 red layer, 1 flint lady, the whole connector. Then he's playing 3 ash, 2 droll. That's interesting. How you doing, HB? How you doing? Actually, the man here is here. So if you guys have any questions or like debates over Camelot, he's the man to ask, and he's the man that'll tell you more about it than I can. So then he's on to two museums. What in the... Now that has to be incorrect. That cannot be right. 2 museums. That's crazy. I never noticed that. 2 museums? What the deuce? Like, that's not even... That is not correct. That's... Someone called Geneva. That's a war crime. 2 of the field, 2 Durandal, 1 Almus, 1 Joyous. And then, yeah, he's playing the same thing. The same equipped lineup that some people choose to play. The 2 tactics. 1 Flame Veil counter, so he's playing the searchable counter trap with the spar, and then the 3 infinite permanents. I'm telling you, man, if I liked the Sinful Spoil Engine and I were to play the Sinful Spoil Engine, I would play it with the boxers and stuff. There's too many times in my testing where I'd open like Sinful Spoil plus like Connector, and like, so it wouldn't even matter if I could get access to Ricardetto, because Ricardetto couldn't bring back Connector. So like I would just play the Fire Warrior stuff. And there was like a topping UK event list that played the boxers instead of the Connector. And his explanation was literally our best extender in the deck, which is Renaud, only works with Fire Warrior, so it doesn't work with Connector, but it works with literally the Spire, and the Spire is like a 1-card combo, which is pretty cool. Extra deck. Now I kind of like this extra deck, I'm not going to lie, but I see that we have Apollousa access code, the Ferocious Flame Swordsman, double Isolde. I got my collector rare Isoldes today, thank goodness. I was getting worried that they might have got canceled. Double Charles, Zeus, Dempsey, Custonin, Baron, Roland, Lancelin, Angelica, and Charles. All right. Isolde, bro, man, if they hit Isolde, like, the Konami is so out of touch. The time to hit Isolde was literally when it was being played in, like, the Dark Warrior deck. It's like, Isolde's, like, probably the most balanced it's ever been. It's being played in a Noble Knight deck. It's facilitating Noble Knight combos, and it's not even the most busted card in the deck. Like, truly, everyone's trying to compare it to Hulk, but literally, Hulk summoned a monster for free, and Isolde summons monster for free, but you have to play equips, and if you're not playing Infernobles, you're not playing equips, and if you're playing equips, you have to play like some subpar ones. Like even in this list here, Joyous is the weakest Noble Arms, Phoenix Blade is an awful card to see, Angelica's Angel Ring, you don't ever want to see it. Even DDR, if you don't have DDR in conjunction with like Phoenix Blade and or like Ricardetto, but these are like one-ofs you don't want to see. And then Isolde lets you add a warrior that you're either just gonna... Probably adding the warriors, probably hands down the part, because it gives you more discard fodder. But Isolde shouldn't go anywhere. If it was me and I was to touch this deck and I wanted to just touch it, I would touch it by getting Phoenix Blade, and maybe it's time to hit Connector and Dolphin in some way. I don't believe you should. But getting full hand knowledge is what gives this deck, I think, like, it's really super competitive edge. Did you see my list? Is it your ban list, or was it like a deck list? Sorry, my brain had a fart there. I like playing Custonin. I like that he's at least playing like one of the kings. I like that. I don't think Lancelin's needed anymore. I mean, yeah, like Lancelin has like the routes, like you can do like under Droll and stuff like that, but eh. Top 8 in Lexington. Go ahead and put it over here. Put it in the Discord real quick, man, and we'll look at it. Holt, what I missed? Nothing yet, my man. We just started. We're just going over this first place Guatemala regional deck list here. And then we go into the side deck. I actually kind of like Custon. I remember when I was first testing with everything, I had Custon and the rank 5 Arthur because I thought like they were good. I mean, don't get me wrong, like the extra deck's free enough, like you can play those things, but Custon is interesting to be a spin back, which is kind of cool. Whoever thinks is have you guys seen? You of course you've seen it. It's like whoever threw that piece of paper, your mom's a hoe. Whoever thinks Isolde should get banned, your mom's a hoe. Yeah, Isolde's time to go is long past. If it did not go when it was literally the heart of a degenerate FTK, it's not. It should not go now. But Konami does what it does. Maximilian, my man, it's been a while since I've said stream and stuff like that. So if you wanna, I'll throw the Discord in the chat real quick. I saw that. I'll get it thrown down here for you. so you can join, my man. There you go. There are so many unfair cards in the game right now. Love to see Infernobles top. I love to see it too. I hate I hate that it's happening like consistently. And what's actually kind of crazy, and people, I think we streamed a long time ago, people were talking about it, and they said that the Sinful Scroll engine would take over, and like we have lists like something like this, and then some other, there's been like Battle Boxer lists, they've been like some other lists that aren't playing it. So it just kind of scares me because it shows like the power of the deck in a sense. Like you don't need to play so like these powerful cards. Like the deck itself is strong, which is very scary. You're welcome, my man. Welcome to the family. Which is what scares me the most, is the deck is inherently strong and it has such good, like the wave of support it got was so good. And it's kind of crazy when you think about it because Unchained got like a crazy wave of support too. But anyway, let's move on to the side deck. This side deck, I see he's playing a Horn of Oliphant, which just kind of cracks me up. I would never play Horn of Oliphant. Never. I love the card. I love its lore friendly, but it's just, there's so many better cards. Like you'd be playing a 3rd D barrier instead of Horn of Oliphant. I get you grab it off of Zol, but when are you ever going to grab it off Zol, grab on Angelica? Why are you ever going to grab the Horn instead of like Museum? But I agree with the side deck minus Horn. I think this is kind of crazy. I don't, again, I have OCD pretty bad. So like, I don't agree with siding the 1 droll, like throw in the droll, just play 3 droll and like you could cut any of these other things. But I kind of, it's different strokes for different folks, as my brother says, and to each their own, because yeah, to each their own. Cosmic Cyclones. I like Cosmic. I mean, I'm just, at my locals, we play like a lot of, like there's like, it varies between like the type of control we play. We either play like set 5 past control, or we play a control where like something like Lightning Storm doesn't go in so deep. Titty Twisters might be a good card to incorporate again because you have so many cards you want to pitch, so you just and get rid of 2. Chainable to Floodgates. You won't lose to Anti-Spell and stuff like that. However, I still believe one of the best feelings ever is when they flip like Anti-Spell or they flip like a Floodgate on you that's not like Peekaboo, right? And you literally just go special red layer, normal Oliver, make Charles, Oliver equip to Charles, Charles destroys the 1 Floodgate, and then like you're off to the races. And now it's even better because now you literally link off that Charles into a Charlemagne, which should have been the name, by the way, just so we're clear. But yeah, this is pretty cool. I don't know. Let's see, let me look through the Infernoble chat here. I know somebody shared, maybe, I don't want to show like people's like testing and stuff like that. I want to try and find YCS Richmond. That is the Richmond list. I don't think... We can look it up real quick, my man. We can honestly look up your top 8 Scarlight, and I'll definitely showcase it. I almost typed in your name. Scarlight top 8. Top 8. Lexington. Is Lexington, Kentucky Scarlight? Because I think we had this conversation before. I think you are actually Vancouver. Top 8 OTS. Do we just... Was it by a triple tech? Let's see here. Let me go ahead and pull it over here so you guys can see. I know this is you. Is this the one you're talking about? 1 flame out counter in the main. I don't think, I mean, I don't think so. You don't have most competition scene because the cards are too expensive, so this deck makes sense under the circumstances they are. Oh, you know what? You're absolutely right, HB, because I think in Brazil too, right? In Brazil, they also have like the same issue where like 1 SP is like worth an entire month of their like wages or something. Nope, another one. Do you know the name of the YouTube channel that that ain't you. Where's our handsome boy at? You know what's not kind of crazy, guys? Oh, top 8 Infernoble Knights Fargo regional deck profile. Not one up yet. Oh, okay. All right. No problem. We might just... I normally don't like going through YouTube and watching people's videos because I truly believe like you should, if you want to watch the videos, you guys should go watch them, because like if I watch them, that means like whoever's watching this is literally not it's supporting you support the YouTube is what I'm trying to say. But we might do some of this here. Menadium, stuff like that. The DB Grind streams, that's awesome. The DB Grinder, man, like I watch his stuff to go to bed. Like he's very knowledgeable, and some of the matches he watches on DB is so good, but his voice is so monotone for me that I'll put him on play and he'll make me, I'll pass out. Like I literally pass out listening to him. Some people in Guatemala don't have the money for the card, so it makes sense to have it. You are right. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. I believe someone brought up something about in Brazil, like I said, SP Little Knight was like worth an entire month's wages for them or something close to that, and that's just kind of crazy. Okay. Well, we'll come back here. This was a month ago. Top 8 OTS Championship. Hang on now. Hang on. We might be... Oh, what's happening? Oh, there we go. Hang on, we'll do that, and let's check out this guy's list. He has the... Just posted link. Okay, sweet, man. I'll pop down and... We'll stop it here. And we'll pop down and check it out. Where'd you post the to, my man? Is it someplace that am I blind? Did it not go through? What's going on? In YouTube chat. It hasn't even popped. Yeah, it hasn't even popped up yet for me to even click on it. It's almost of a minimal, yeah, half. Okay, thank you, Yato. Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy to believe. Yeah, Scarlet. Scarlet hasn't popped up in the YouTube chat. Can you go put it in the Discord? And then we'll go check it out. Oh, thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Come on. I want to visit. Okay, well, really getting... I trust this site with my life. Why is it... Oh, I see what was happening. Okay. All right. I'm not the most tech-savvy person in the world, so chat, I apologize. I apologize. There we go. And I just clicked out of it. God bless America. There we go. I was on here once a long time ago. I don't think it's a hyperlink issue, man. I think it's just a I'm an idiot issue. All right, so here he is right here. This is Scarlight's top 8, 44 card main deck. Well, because you're a homie, I'll respect the one of each names. I'll respect it. But yep, and then so you're doing Fenrir in the main, which I also see. I liked that it was put in the side, but I understand like the logic behind it. But I still suffer from the same thing. I suffer from the same thing with Fenrir that I suffer with Red Layer, is when every time I have Red Layer or I have like Fenrir or something, I special, not even Fenrir, but I'll special it, and then I'll look at their hand, I see Nib, and I'm already one summon too close, which sucks. Do you run any of the Noble Knight Synchros or XYZ monsters in your X deck? I still, my man James, I play by Artorgus. I love the Artorgus line. I believe that you don't have to play it. Dempsey does everything Artorgus does, but Artorgus does some things that Dempsey doesn't. And you can just utilize the whole detach, pop some cards. It's kind of nice. And then there's something else I like. I just like the Dempsey line. And that's something that Camelot does for the deck, is it gives you an extra push forward, making your one-card combo inborns like better. Like the new one-card combo that the deck gets you to is Charles, Gearfried, Little Knight. But if you play Camelot, it gets you to double Charles, Gearfried, and get you to Little Knight. Or you can get to like Rattan, which again, Rattan is SP at home. People still sleep on Retin, man. One of my favorite things ever is they just like don't respect it and they go battle phase and Retin's like, pow, gotcha. But awesome. Yep, the Diabella Star stuff, Ash, Nib. I do appreciate my OCD is appreciating you playing. I don't see like 2 Drolls or anything. I appreciate it. Linkuriboh should be Linkuriboh. Hey man, I'm telling you. So for a little while, Rescue Ace was rampant at my locals. And I played Linkuriboh because they could do that combo where they give you Ibly. So I wanted to have Linkuriboh to link it off. But Linkuriboh, I played Linkuriboh too. That looks like Jib's list. Oh, it might. Yeah, Jib. 3 Chalice, 3 Noble Arms Museum, double Durandal, 1 Almus. You play the whole, yeah, yeah. I'll tell you what, man. Like, so I really, how you doing, Julius? I don't think that they'll touch. If they touch this deck, they're going after Phoenix Blade and Connector. I don't think they touch Isolde. Finally, like I said, because finally Isolde's being played in the deck it's meant for, and it's not facilitating things. In fact, most of our broken combos come with Angelica, because Angelica grabbing Museum does way more than what I feel like sometimes Isolde does. But the way to touch a deck would be touching Blade and Connector, and there's that new Phoenix Blade coming out that, remember, for a long time we were talking about, since the deck wasn't like being super popular and being played a lot, that it almost made no sense for them to ever touch Divine Sword. So this one might give them, put your tinfoil hat on. Pack actually works for Konami, and he went and he topped this event, so it'd give Konami the reason to hit Phoenix Blade to push sales to Gear Blade. There it is. There it is. I'm on to you guys. I'm on to it. Anywho, they'll probably touch Connector, and which sucks because I just got my ulti Dolphin, but it be what it be. Those 2 things right there. And if they touch Connector, man, we're still all right. We just move on, and you can either play Sublimation or you can play Spar, whatever you want to do. Sublimation looks cooler, I believe, but Spar is also level 4, so it allows you to do, like, it's probably better because it facilitates Angelica plays. Yeah, pretty clean list, my man Scarlight, pretty clean. Nothing I disagree with except for, like, the personal bias stuff that I've been vocal about. But like I said, like, you're out there slaying regionals, man. So like, you keep slaying them, man. And then your extra deck. Ooh, I like your side deck. We'll get there in a second. Double SP, Link. So it should be Link Spider, Linkuriboh, double SP, Apo, the whole 9 yards. Yeah. It's just so crazy, like how much extra deck space like you truly have, that you can almost like play whatever you want to play. You know, so I've been using Link Spider, and I've been testing Link Spider, and every time I've gotten nibbed, I've been warrior locked, so I can't even link off the damn Link Spider. So I don't know if I will be even playing Link Spider moving forward. But again, that's like a local thing. Like, always base your stuff, right? Yeah, the extra, like, shit, man, you could like play whatever you really wanted. Like, as long as you have double Charles, double Zold, rank 4, like Artorgus, or not Artorgus, Dempsey, and then like one of each of the named Synchros and Baron, like that's literally it. That's really all you need sometimes. Looking in early in the turn feels really unfair. Cadillacs, I agree. That's what gives the deck, I believe, its competitive edge, is being able to see the hand and construct boards and stuff like that. But also, I'm going to play devil's advocate and go off here and also say that this deck has been doing very good, but not to the level it's been doing since the sinful stuff has come out. So arguably, debatably, it could also be that this engine's also what puts it and brings it up to a light. So just my honest opinion, but I could also be biased because I just spent God knows how much on an ulti Dolphin that I shouldn't have bought, but it just somehow ended up in my TCG player cart. Your side deck I actually really like. We kind of have almost the same theory with the side deck, minus the triple T and the call by and stuff like that. Move that stuff out, but how is the Mourner for you? I've actually thought about playing Mourner or like Effect Veiler instead of Infinite Impermanence, just because I hate drawing it. I hate drawing Impermanence off of the Malgus if I use Malgus during the in phase. Yeah, go ahead and link it, Julius. Pop it in the Discord, and I'll pop on over and let's go over it. And yeah, I'm down. This deck is so innovative. Let's just share. It's not like I would never take anyone's deck list and like roast them alive or tell it like, say what I can do. Archetype breakdown. That's pretty cool. Is like lab. All right, I gotcha. Yeah, man, one of my buddies picked up Lab, and I am totally dreading, totally dreading it. Lab's kind of crazy what it can do now. The whole, like, the reason that they can, like, set stuff on your turn. That's kind of wild, man. Kind of wild they can, like, turn 1 debury you or turn 1 eradicator you if they open, like, 3 cards. Kind of funky. But I do like your side deck. We play a similar side deck. Crow, actually, I put in Crow because I hate Tier Element. And I just refuse. I'm getting sick and tired of just losing to being luck sacked by that deck. So I keep it in my side. But at this locals last weekend I went to, DD Crow actually fueled my man. My friend Main's Lab and Tier. Oh, no, Jackson, you need a new friend. Retire him. All right, Julius, I'll pop on over and check it out. Accept. There we go. Made packs list to practice with. Drew 0, wanted for like 4 duels straight. Zero, my man, my buddy Emmanuel, we did this thing where we took like a pure list and then he took packs list, and he took it and he absolutely hated it. And it just it's just interesting to me how like different, like, you know, like not saying like by any means, not trying to diss on the list because the list clearly functioned the way it was supposed to, but it's just kind of interesting how different deck experiences, you know what I mean? How it can vary depending on player and people, but. All right. The 1, 2. 2 Ogier. I like it. I already like it. 3 Renaud. The connector, the Hodolphin thing. I like it. 3 Durandal. You're still on a 3 Durandal. That's not too bad. You might. That would probably be. If you ever need to make space, I would probably definitely look into cutting Renaud or Durandal. If you ever need to make space. No Malgus. Bro, you're sleeping on Malgus, man. You're sleeping on the Malgus. Will admit made 12 hand. Yeah, I can kind of agree with you. But and one of his when we evaluated his list, we looked at it and we pretty much, and he even admitted to it, like his entire theory behind it was a slog fest. Was if he went first and he got hand trapped to death, he was going to hand trap you to death so that he could come back on the turn 3, which is like which is a great theory. I've just always played this deck, even back before like all the new stuff came out. I always played it as like full send. Like I think Sinful Spoils use Malgus better. It can, but this deck, I mean, like Malgus is insane. Like the fact that you can fetch it from the deck. And it, like, if you're playing 3 Renaud, it literally works with Renaud pretty well by giving you another Fire Warrior name that you can normal summon. But Malgus is insane. Truly, I think you should try it, brother. You should try it. But you're on to Droplets and Triple T. I like that. Droplets is insane, man. That card literally went in so deep last weekend at locals and stuff. Get Asub Golem by that Makonko shenanigans where they give you it. You just Droplets it away. You see, like, even I haven't posted the Trap Chicks matchup where, like, they end on, like, Sarah and Rafflesia and you just Droplets those 2 cards. Pretty insane. Pretty crazy. When I sat down, I looked at like what Triff did with Mana Diem and incorporated that stuff. I even was borderline about to try Enemy Controller because Controller tribute snatch like a Baron or something, and then use Baron's effect to pop something, and then link off Baron to make his old. It was kind of like in the back of my mind, but I didn't. And since you have like Red Layer and stuff like that, that's searchable. That's a free special summon. I kind of thought about that. Do you have chain priority when you Droplets? What do you mean by chain priority? When someone activates, I'll try to answer without. So when someone activates Droplets, they have to send cards for cost, and once cost is paid, then you can chain, and then depending on what they send, you sometimes can't chain. Then currently playing 1200, that feels amazing until I have 3 in hand, only 2 engine cards. So if they stop me once, I'm dead. That's the downside, right, to playing the dichotomy of the hand trap, right? The dichotomy of hand trap. Let's say I triple Tactic Talent. Can I immediately chain Droplets? Yes, you can. Well, no, you can't. So no, that's not how. So you activate triple Tactic Talents. The opponent has an option to respond to it. If they have no response, then you can chain to it. And then you can like send Triple T to sit and to negate stuff. So Anyone mind explaining Floowanderee's these Floowander D's nuts? It's just a normal summon reliant deck that revolves around the normal summon. Normal summon, search, they immediately give another normal summon, and then their big boss monster is a Floodgate the Penguin, and then they have a spell card that's them normal summon on your turn, so it's actually our turn. So TTT is better for Infinite Will than enemy control. TTT, I feel like TTT is like made for this deck because we're going to get hand trapped, right? We breathe, the opponent's like Ash. It happens, Julius. It happens, man. I wouldn't even say you cheated. It's just a misplay. Like, you didn't know. You just asked, right? So it was not fat. It wasn't, what is it? It was malicious intent. But yeah, like the opponent has the ability to respond, and once they do not have a response, they technically, I think the correct term is they pass priority back to you, and then you can chain anything as chain link 2. But in your case, if you go like triple T, the opponent goes, okay, I'm going to negate this with like, say, a Baron, then you can chain droplets, sending triple T, and triple T will still resolve and everything. Because droplets then droplets then negates the Baron. Well, let's keep going down. Okay, you're still on to Lancelin. I like that. Lancelin's such a cool card. However, I do agree that we've moved. I shouldn't say we've moved past it. Like I said, the extra deck is so free. You can play whatever the heck you want. But it's kind of, I like Lancelin. Zeus, the whole send your board away. I'll see if I can find it. But it was me versus Pearly. And I made my full board. He Dark Rulered me because I didn't have Angel's Ring. Or I'll have to look at the video. He either baited out Angel's Ring or did so. But anyway, he Dark Rulered me. Made Zeus. Zeus away my entire board. Made the Sky Crisis to stop anything that's 3,000 or higher, which doesn't really hurt this deck like as it sounds like, right? You think like, oh, Typhon's hard against... No, man, our monsters can't activate their effects. We just literally beat over it. We whack over it, and then everything's live. But anyway, he made Sky Typhon, or Sky Crisis, and then my turn came around. I drew Ogier. I normaled Ogier, dumped, then made my own Sky Crisis and shuffled his back and attacked for game. It's kind of... Sky Crisis is kind of crazy. But Double Charles, you're still playing Goki Power Load. This Power Load goes so deep against like skill drain and stuff like that. Like if you get skill drained, it lets you you have like a main deck way to out skill drain. And a lot of the cards you have activate in hand, so like you can hand or grave, so you can play around skill drain, which gives like the Goki the ability to just out it pretty easy. Rattan, SP at home. Yeah, I don't know if I use Lancelin at all last locals. It happens, man. Sometimes there's like locals where like I don't even use Isolde or I never even use like Dempsey, or since I play Artorias, I never use either one of them, and because I just end up sending one for Isolde to summon out and make Angelica. It's just how it be. They're more there for just for situations and stuff. But yeah, I like it. And then double cross out. That's gonna and call by. I see. Yeah, I like that. I see what you're doing. And then double Lightning Storm, Feather Duster, Droll, DD Kurobo. Yeah, I dig it. I dig it. It's a Droll answer, yep. But I feel this deck can also, like, it's very odd because, like, this deck can beat Droll naturally. We don't lose to Droll. But if you're opening hands like Reinforcing the Army, Chalice, Museum, and then say, like, 2 non-engine, as soon as you fire off your first search, like, you just load 2, it kills so many cards in the deck. So it just really depends on the hand. Like, if you remember, if you watched YCS Richmond and Pack's, like, first duel, he fired off Reinforcements of the Army. And if the opponent had a Droll and Lockbird, his first hand was stacked with Searchers, his turn would have ended. His turn would have just ended there. But Droll's kind of like fallen back out of the format. And like I said, the deck can naturally play through it. If you're suspecting Droll to be sided against you, my best advice is to try and always use Noblearmor's Museum first. Or maybe Baguska. Yeah, Rattan, since you're not playing like King Arthur, to have like something link into, you're just SP is just better, and you can make Charles under Isolde, and then you can link into SP. Whereas like if you're playing like the whole like King Arthur line and stuff like that, you just link up into Rattan, and then you still have the 2 downward pointing arrows, and you get the trigger Joyous. But without playing King Arthur, there's almost no need for you to play Rattan. You might as well could just put in Baguska or the Sky Crisis. I just like looking when I get flipping Shifter, I just look at my opponent in the eyes and I just still send it. I lose, but I still send it. I ain't gonna make no drunk Tapir to hold it off. I'm gonna play my heart's content into that Shifter and punish myself. But Rattan also is, like I said, an SP at home. It's not a bad Link 3. It's actually really got to show. It's really got to like show its shine in this, in like with this deck. So, like I say, people sleep on that. People sleep on that battle phase pop, man. They don't think about it. They think they think they've added your board, right? They think they've ended it all, and they go battle phase, and Rattan goes not today, and pops their like one monster that they have left or something. Kinda crazy, but yeah, if I definitely, now looking at your extra deck, I would definitely maybe take out Rattan for sure. Fit in like something for better utility, because you don't have to use Rattan. Unless you like misplay and then like you block your old zones and you have to link up, but yeah, kind of crazy. Kind of nuts. You know what else? You know what other deck is it is. That's one of like the main reasons I think that Rattan, if you're going to play Rattan, the double down at Link Arrows is great. And if you're ever like debating over Ferocious Flame Swordsman's or Rattan, as much as I love Ferocious Flame Swordsman's artwork and stuff like that, Rattan just has better arrows. But yeah, not a bad deck list, my man. Really, not at all. Truly, it's... Infernoble is such a strong deck, man. It can do literally whatever it really wants. Ishizu Horus Phantom Knights. Let's go check this out. All right, so we have the Horus cards. Oh yeah, man, thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. You have Horus, all the Horus cards. Tier element. Yeah, is that just one tier element? That's Sheeran, right? Sheeran's the one that lets you pitch from hand to summon itself, correct? Is this? Do you have any phase you summon this card from your hand if you do send? Okay, understandable. Understandable. There you go. Also, Rattan's Typhon out too. They make Typhon. Rattan still Typhon's or Rattan's not 3,000, so Rattan can pop the Typhon. Arguably, if they're smart, they would use the Typhon to... But I mean, like, in a board state, especially against, like, Infernobles, like, all your monsters are 3,000 or above, they have to almost use the Typhon to spin back a monster that has 3,000 attack. Otherwise, like, they waste it on Rattan. They can't beat over any of the other monsters. But one of the Isuzu cards... These cards should not have been printed, man. I don't care what anyone says. These cards should not have been printed. And if they were printed, they should not have been printed in conjunction with Tier Element. Kind of nuts, man. Kind of crazy. Konami's like department for thinking that these cards would be okay is beyond me. He played 3 BAs. That's okay. I think that's standard. That allows you to like loop like through the Dante stuff. Then you got 1 gloves, 1 cloak. I forget this one's name. It'll tell me here. Torn scale. So 3 torn scales, 3 boots. He also playing. I actually like this card a lot. Stained Greaves. Pretty awesome playing that. 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Kagamucha Knight. Triple T the first one and Triple T the sequel. Foolish Burial, the Horus, the frickin' King of Sarcophagus. This card's kind of crazy. It's only $5 on TCG Player. Dang, that's not too bad at all. Fogblade, and then the whole Phantom. What is this one? Phantom Knights. Phantom Knight Sword. All right, pretty simple. Oh my god. Look at the side deck. What do you link into with Isolde and Dempsey in the Dempsey line? Caesar, you should just go ahead and make Little Knight. Just make sure you always put Dempsey underneath Isolde or far away from the link arrows. Beat over. Bro, Zoro, do you remember when Dragoon used to be like a problem? Like everyone hated Dragoon? I've beat over a Dragoon with Charles, and it feels so nice. It truly, it's almost chef kiss. Because it's like, you used to be a problem, and now you're nothing. You're nothing but garbage. Just kidding, Dragoon is still a crazy card. Don't anybody go out and like look at Dragoon and be like, I thought this card was garbage because Charles said so. But yeah, look at this deck is kind of wild. I'd say everything looks standard for like the main deck, right? It's interesting that he's not maining Requiem, because I feel like this deck wants to go first. Like, I truly feel like this deck wants to... I mean, you're playing like... I feel like this deck wants to go first, so it's kind of odd to me that you're... Maybe... I mean, this could be just something with, like... Wagyu Pro deck. But... Dragoon was always plan B. It always was plan B. Guess what? You make the snake. We all know the Bible story of how the snake betrayed man. Verte summoned Dragoon. That was the first sin. It was not eating a damn apple. It was making fucking Dragoon. Yeah, if you leave Isolde open until like the very end. You don't link off into like SP until you finish your combo. You just leave Isolde pointing down. And then you make the double Charles under there, then you take your extra body and link up into SP after you've done that. Yeah, this is the, I mean, I get the extra deck. I understand a lot of this. The rank 8s are there for the horse package. Most of the stuff is generic Phantom Knight combo shenanigans. But then you like get to this right here. Oh, is Ophion? Ophion, how you pronounce the name? 2 level 4 swarm monsters? How are you making this? Huh. Is there like some way you make this without me knowing? Oh, I bet you can banish 1 dark monster. Special summon from your like 1 Phantom Knights, Raid Raptor, or XYZ Dragon, or XYZ whose rank. I don't understand how you make Evil Swarm Ophion here. Probably why I don't play Phantom Knights. But this horse stuff, my buddy Jason's working with some spice. He's building an Orcust list. And literally, he built like, he's like, this is what I'm testing. And then that trail from Team APS topped with Horus Orcust. And he was like, God damn it, I'm too slow. Interesting. We could watch the Pendulum Magician. Pendulum Magician. Where's the Triff at? We gotta check out Pen. We gotta check out Pen. Oh, right. I know what most of these cards actually do, believe it or not. I don't have a degree like Triff does in Pendulum, but the other rank up's doing it. Okay. So that's pretty cool, man. Being able to make the Evil Swarm Ophion, that's like a, if I remember right, that stops the opponent from normal summoning stuff. I only see pinned in Master Duel. There's some believers out there, man. There's still some believers. My man Flexi, if he's a Pendulum connoisseur. I always support him and watch his videos when he posts anything with Pendulum. This card, I remember back in the day, man, I played True Draco. Release the piece. And it was when True Draco and Pendulum Magician were the best decks. Yes, this does look like it does Pendulum things. Indeed, yep. This, the Exceed the Pendulum card. You can special 1 Pendulum monster from your hand or graveyard, gains attack. One face at Pendulum. Isn't there a card that gives you, I think it's this one. Do your main face add a Supreme King. If you control Supreme Arch Dragon, you start summon instead. Okay. Wings of Light ain't it? Is it this one? There's one Pendulum card that lets you conduct a additional Pendulum summon. If you special in a face, Pendulum summon a monsters, or yeah, okay, it's this one. Pendulum Evolution lets you get like an additional Pendulum summon. Which I think you make Beyond, link up into this, then you get to this, then you use this to Pendulum out 3. What is this guy? Look at this card. Odd Eyes Rebellion XYZ Dragon. This card's sweet looking. Vortex. I remember, hopefully y'all remember Vortex Dragon. That card was kind of crazy. I have one. Second to last card, this right here, Wings of Light. You get to add a Supreme King Dragon or Supreme King Gate Pendulum monster from your deck to your hand. Or if you control Supreme King's Arc, you can special summon it instead. Wings of Light, and then of course there's... It's kind of crazy, Dark Worm got a Light Worm. That's pretty insane. This card is actually quite crazy. Supreme King Gate Magician. Card's kind of cracked. That's a lot of text. That's one of my gripes with Pendulum is like, they're so hefty to read, man. And we know Yu-Gi-Oh players, we don't read. Silent Force, Dogmatica, Shadal. All right, we gotta look at this because I actually plan on playing Silent Force when the deck comes out. Hiss, look, there's Maxi. All right, all right, all right. What do you guys think? Do you guys think, now this is, somebody posted on Zodiac today that Pot of Prosperity is not going to survive another ban list. What do you guys think? You guys think Pot of Prosperity deserves to be hit? Do you think it will get hit? I don't know, man. I think the fact that it lets you dig 6 cards deep into a side deck or something is kind of crazy. This is an OCG list, though. Pot to 0. Cards too cracked. Yeah, let me just dig 6 cards deep to get an out. Card is kind of insane. Pot of Duality, but no restriction. Oh, there is a restriction, but it don't matter. What about the Battle and Boxer stuff? I guess I assume you're talking about Infernobles. It's probably, if they ever touch Connector and Dolphin, it's probably the next engine to go to be honest with you. Limit to 1. All the meta decks use it. You're absolutely right. And it's kind of just, in my opinion, it takes itself and it replaces itself for even a better card. So this list is very similar to the one that I currently have built. We're ganging. So this is not, it's very similar. I'm playing Saphira because I like that hand rip. I want to get that hand knowledge. But almost, I don't know how I feel about it. I have a little bit of testing with the deck and all that stuff. I didn't even think about it. As long as you play like the Dogmatica stuff, like you're able to get into Winda. So that means like you can end your board with like the Skull Guardian, Saravis, and have a Winda to back it up. That's pretty crazy. Pretty nuts. God, what? 2 Call by the Graves, man. I don't know. I know this deck is getting a lot of like gaining some traction in the OCG and stuff like that. I know that's what it's doing. I think I have my list right here. Yeah, right here. This is my current list that I've been testing with. I took a little inspiration from what's his bucket that did very well with it. I can't think of his name. Name's escaping me. He'll come back. He'll come back. But yeah, this is the list that I'm testing with Silent Force so far. Dynamundo. This card is insane because you literally take the Skull Guardian and your Novux, link them off into Dynamundo, and then like during the opponent's like standby phase, you tribute, summon back Skull Guardian. That'll trigger the Novux to come back, and then when Novux comes back, you get the trap. Pretty crazy. What'll be a good side deck for an Infernoble currently? 3 Drills, 3 Nibs, 1 Duster, 2 Lightning Storms, and 3 Evenly Matched. I mean, yeah. You could also put into, depending on your local meta, you could play Drolls and stuff like that. Definitely wouldn't be an issue. Yeah, and then technically, so yeah, this right here, I have actually Camelot in this list. So I can kind of show you guys. I was playing one pure or one little guy. You don't have to play this guy at all. In fact, I really did not like him. I kept seeing him. Oh. But in theory, if you play him, this right here can become, Camelot becomes an unexpected die from the deck. But I just kept having bad luck with it. But anyway, we'll showcase, like, I'll show you guys, like, what it does. See if I can remember it. Call by, oh yeah, I took out call by. There we go. So this is what, like, if you play Camelot, what one card will do for you. Come on now. There we go. I'm not going to pitch a card. Thanks, I'm very nervous for this OTS championship. This is my first championship. It's alright, Dilsynchron. Don't be nervous, man. Just go have fun. Learn. That's really all I can recommend. Isolde. Go ahead and use Isolde. We'll go ahead and grab right here. 1 for 1 I don't know how I feel about 1 for 1 because it's like a lose more, not lose more, but it's like just ash bait, and like you lose a card. I've never been truly a super fan of it, so we have to send 4. We send 1, 2, 3, 4. Summon out Ogier. Ogier effect. We can send. Here you go. I think, if I remember correctly, you can do this with both. You can do both lines with Arthur or Dempsey. So like, you don't have to. You can do either or. Like I said, I'm a big fan of Arthur over Dempsey because like if I have Renaud in hand, I can hold Renaud because Renaud's a very powerful extender later in the combo, which allows you to push through to end on Baron or SV Little Knight. But you can go Dempsey here. Dempsey do the whole like Renaud thing. In fact, we might just do that because, yeah, we'll just do, because I know not so many people are on to Arthur, but more people are on to Dempsey, so we'll just show you Dempsey. Dempsey's effect, we'll go ahead, take about a, nope, I don't want to add anything. You want to add here, add up the hand. Yeah, you can do both. You 100% can do both. Oh, I goofed. I sent the cards for the Arthur line instead of... I didn't pitch for DD. I didn't. I sent the line. I sent the... I sent it for Arthur. God dang it. All right, we're doing it right this time. We'll do it right. I'm sure you could have done it that way. Could have done it that way. We could have figured out something, but we're just trying to showcase it here. To show you guys like what it does. See, I was Dempsey in the mind, Arthur in the heart. Go ahead and grab here. Yeah, we'll do Dempsey because I know a lot of people don't play Arthur. So you send here, 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 and here. Watch me misclick and like not summon Ogier. Go here. Activate here by banishing warriors. Add back. Yeah, we're doing it right this time, chat. We're doing it right. One of my main things I really like about like Dueling Book is like if you misclick or like do a misplay, you can take it. You have like the ability to take it back because it's more like not so automated. So one of the good things you can do. You know, go in special, use the effect. Because like I might misclick right and get to a point to where we're so far in the combo that I have to go back. Maybe it would have been smarter just to do this over. DB instead of Omega, but I like the pretty animations. And then you go ahead and go here. You make Angelica. Go and use her effect. And grab Museum. Nope, and then I think, yeah, we have plenty in there. We shouldn't mess up. Go and activate Museum. So this is where you don't, you add, you go and activate Museum, and you grab yourself, right here, you grab this. You grab Camelot. You know what, we'll go and activate. I'm going to use Dempsey, detach, there we go. Then we go Phoenix Blade. Banish 2. add back, then we go here. Have you tried taking Kin and Jin in this deck? It's a bit of fun with TNT. I have not, because it doesn't, it's just one of those things where it's like, it's fun. And then we go here, use her effect, and we can send Gearfried. Special on Roland. All right, and then we go ahead and activate Turpin to attach. Go here, utilize the field spell before you use Camelot to bring up here. And then you make Charles. Then, now we use Camelot. Go and activate Camelot. Activate the round table, and then you get to add a card. So we go and add another museum. You can actually add the same museum from the graveyard. So like, you don't even have to add these from deck. So we'll just go and add it back. It's really crazy. And this card is probably the closest thing to a brick you'll have, but since the field spell lets you activate the round table from anywhere. So it's like, even if you hard open this, it's okay. It doesn't matter which one you hard open, you're still able to play them. I think the correct term for this is not a brick, but like a pseudo brick. Because the pseudo brick is a card you don't want to see, but you have the ability to play and utilize without it. I'd even go far as even say like it goes like soft brick, pseudo brick, hard brick, and this card's probably a light brick at the most. So anyway, we'll go and activate here. And then we get to utilize a second. So it pretty much bridges us into a second field spell. Grab Almus. Go here. Nope, nope, nope. Just got to make sure we don't accidentally click. I got to make sure I don't mess up here. Go here. Emperor Charles special trigger effect, yes. We'll trigger Charles as Chainlink 1. Target that, and we'll go Almus as Chainlink 2. And Almus grabs you back the Gearfried. And we don't want to do anything else. We just want to go here. We don't activate Charles. We don't activate any quick effect. And then we can utilize the field spell again, since this is a new copy, moving Charles up. And then, technically speaking, if you have like Renaud or anything, but since we already went the Dempsey route, you really can't. So it'd be Oliver. You could potentially make Baron here if you really wanted to. Go ahead and use here. Equipped here. We don't want to use any. Where are you at? There we go. Go here. Use the effect of Charles. Equipping the other Charles. Go here. And then we go ahead and move on into... I shouldn't be playing him, technically. He should be out, but that's okay. Go here. Right up here. Nope, we don't want to use the effect of Little Knight. Activate Gearfried. Banish. Summon. And then... Ooh, almost goofed. Activate O-Gear. We'll attach it to this gear. Attach it here. Move to end phase. We'll bring back Angelica. Always put it underneath Anima. Alright. We'll equip here. Charles will then... Nope, I don't want to use any fast effect. We'll grab Angelica's ring here. And then we'll equip... And see, like, you can do... Since you already have O-Gear, you could, like, even equip the Malgus. Pop Malgus, draw a card, or you can equip Oliver, and then, like, your Charles is untargetable and undestructible. So we'll just do this to make it even simpler. So... In the standby phase, the museum comes back, and so we lose that 500 attack boost, but what we get from Camelot is once per turn, if a Noble Knight cards you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy an equipped card. So we get like a versatile, more protection from our back row, right? If a Noble Knight cards you, so like these cards down here, like Noble Knight Oliver and stuff like that, if they'd be destroyed, we can destroy it and equip instead. But I mean, like, look at this. So this is like what the one card combo gets you if you play Camelot. So you have 1 disruption, 2 disruptions, 3 disruptions, 4 disruptions, 5 disruptions, 6 disruptions. You have 6 disruptions. 6 disruptions by just playing Camelot. You have board protection from destruction. Your everything's huge already. Like, the 500 boost that you get from the field spell has never come up that it's like make it or break it, you know? Like, you know what I mean? And in the sense that it potentially can, you also have the ability to use Roland's Effect Engrave to target either this Charles or this Gearfried to increase him by 5, which triggers a pop and boosts him, so... I have Dempsey. Oh, I saw that, Zoro. I saw that. You have Dempsey, but never summoned him. Wouldn't Shifted be better for tier instead of Crow? Shifter just is crazy. Shifter's crazy, man. But this is the Camelot line. And then if you want to use, like, Arthur, you can go into... Your end board is still this, but you just end with a Rattan. So then... Rattan is, like I said, a SP at home, but Rattan also has some applications that Little Knight doesn't have. Like, Rattan can't just be, like, he could literally, if this card was 17, he could go Battle Face, crack, and then I can't even... I mean, of course, you know, I have the ability to use, like, Roland to do stuff, but in a generic game state scenario, he just cracks on Little Knight, I lose Little Knight. Whereas, like, Rattan just sits up here as, like, a Battle Face disruption, so it just applies... It applies more pressure in a different way. It has the Camelot tech, I'm personally already sold on it. Yeah, my man HB showed it to me. I'm not entirely sold completely because I open Phoenix Blade enough as it is. So now adding in the round table already sometimes can, it makes me kind of weary because there's already like so many cards in the deck you don't want to see. And you're literally adding just one more that you don't want to see. It doesn't contribute to like opening better hands, but it is still something. Like it's still kind of crazy. I have Dempsey in my extra, have never summoned him. Is there a BB combo that he's used for? He's part of a 1-card combo, which is exactly what I just showed by utilizing Camelot. If you want to, I will wrap this up and I'll show you just a 1-card combo that utilizes Dempsey. So but before we do that, everyone take note, look at this. So this is what you get with just adding Camelot and Round Table. Again, Camelot isn't a brick. Camelot technically is another copy of Noble Arms Museum. So it's no different than playing Terraforming. Except for if you play this, you have to play the Round Table, and the Round Table sucks to see, but it's not the end of the world, because even if you see it, you can still utilize some things and stuff like that. If this card literally said, did not say during the end phase, it would be significantly better, right? I dropped my Noble Arm equips to just 1 Durandal. I'm not sold on the... So, like, the reason I don't recommend dropping Durandal down to... I don't recommend playing 3 Durandal. 3's too many. 2's kind of, like, just enough because you can see it. We had an issue, literally, you can actually... HB, we popped on and tested this, and the first hand I had, I drew 2 equip spells, and my entire hand was dead, where if I just still was playing, like, the additional copy of Durandal. Because, like, you gotta also take note that... Durandal forms as a combo completer and a combo extender, so like you still would like to see it. But however, I don't believe playing one... They're so searchable, you can cut down on a lot of things in the deck. That's why a lot of people have cut from playing multiple names, because they're all searchable. But probability calculator, pulled it up. I am more likely, if I play 3 Renaud, or excuse me, if I play the current count that I'm playing now, which is 3 Ogier, 2 Renaud, with all the search spells, I have a 70% chance to open Renaud and Ogier. Excuse me, I should need to pronounce their French name. I've been trying to get better. Renaud and Ogier. So that's a 70% chance that my combo is always going to be protected by Gearfried. And that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, I'll show real quick, man. I'll show. It's just a standard 1-card combo. And we won't use Camelot or anything like that. We'll just use Connector. That'll be the one thing. So any 2 Warriors or Connector with Dempsey. But you're going to see... This is actually pretty nice that I get to show you, because you're going to see why it's... if you play Camelot... why it does what it does, because the end board without Camelot is significantly less, and it's not a win more card, because Camelot didn't help us win more in that scenario. It just gave us a better ending board, potentially a stronger ending board. But I guess that also could be seen as win more, right? Like, but I mean, it's a lot easier to beat. It's a lot easier to beat that board, right, than it is to beat, because you have one more spell and trap negate and protection. So take it how you will. But anyway, normal 1-card combo utilizing Dempsey. And this will actually showcase someone in the chat asked what, like, how do you make SP Little Knight? So this will actually showcase you that as well. So you go Ogier, Ogier's effect. You send Turpin. You go ahead and use Phoenix Blade here, banish 2. Grab back here. I mean, well, you'll see, because this right here will show you what the board, and then you can make the you can make your own opinion based on this end board, because this is pretty much the end board without it. Right, so this will be the end board without Camelot, just to show our man Zoro what the combo is. So then you go here, and you put it here, or put it over in these 2 zones, whichever you want. You don't want to activate a fast effect. Go ahead and grab back, add it to hand. Then you can special summon out Special Renaud. And if you guys haven't watched Aether Gaming, he's another content creator. He did a combo video where he showcased this as well. Yeah, back DDR. And see, this is where I so hypothetically, this is where I normally like the Dempsey stuff, because if you make, not the Dempsey, you make Arthur line here, you link on up into Raten, you can get the same arrows, you get to use Renaud later in your combo if you open it, all this type of shenanigan. But anywho, since we don't have warriors here, we could technically, you don't want to link these off yet because you lose Little Knight access, otherwise you just make Raten. But we're going to just go ahead and use this free card we had to our hand, which is Red Layer. Red Layer gets us, Rizal gets us that free discard fodder. You go ahead and you make Angelica, and we're not going to search Camelot this time. We're going to just do the standard combo without Camelot. Go ahead and have the field spell. And then C, you go ahead and you can... No, I don't want to activate. I might as well just go ahead and do this. We're just going to go ahead and activate this. Detach in here, so we don't have to do this anymore. But we're going to go ahead and activate Phoenix Blade to go ahead and banish Red Layer in here, add it back. So this is going to trigger off Angelica. Activate target. Go ahead and chain her effect. And then we send Gearfried. We summon Roland. Because again, they see us Roland, they hatin'. Go and activate the field spell. And then see, you could grab Camelot, but instead we're just going to go ahead and grab Almus. So this is like this, like I said, the standard bare minimum. You go ahead and activate here. Target here. Field spell. Move on up. Make Charles. Go right here. And then if you were asking, for who I was asking earlier about making SP, so this is exactly how you do it. 100%. You activate here. Equip here to this Charles. No, we don't want to use Charles's effect. We don't want to do anything. We just want to go ahead and special summon here. And then we have some effects. We'll go ahead and trigger Charles as Chainlink 1. Equipping that. And then we'll want to chain Almus as Chainlink 2. Grab Gearfried. Go ahead and go here. Nothing else. Then you can go ahead and, because this is it. This is what we get to right here. So there you go. Is there any reason to not be using Turpin's? Because so in this scenario right here, you don't want to use Turpin to equip to Angelica because you have to use Turpin to equip to the Roland so you can move it up, because you don't link off your Isolde yet until you make Charles. Yeah, so since you, and then like as long as we have Phoenix Blade, since we have Phoenix Blade at our disposal, we could fight, you know, like we just might as well use that utility instead of exhausting like Turpin's effect and stuff like that. But we'll go here. We don't want to use that effect. Go in phase. Have some effects. Again, I always say, grab Angel Ring. And then we can do that. And this time we'll just go ahead and equip Malgus. Then we can trigger Charles's effect. And just shuffle back cards. 1, 2, 3. We get to draw a card. Go figure we draw that. That just do be how it be. But that could potentially be a hand trap. So let's showcase you. So this is what the 1-card combo without playing Camelot gets you. So it's entirely up to you to make the decision. Camelot, I think, is a better terraforming and allows for some pretty cool extension and pretty cool plays. And like I say, if you decide to play the vanilla here, it pretty much turns Camelot into being like part of a combo in a way. And I'll showcase you guys what I mean by that. And like I said, I don't think I'll play the vanilla moving forward, but it just shows you, like, again, I'm just supposed to showcase you guys utility, right? So if you open, I gotta remember, it's pretty much if you open, it makes Museum do some crazy things. So Museum plus an extender. So we'll just go Museum plus Red Layer. Or you know what? Let's not even do Museum plus Red Layer. Let's do Museum plus like let's see, what's a card that's awful? Where's Malgus? Malgus is like a bane. So like Museum plus anything. God love all the tools the deck has at its disposal. Really hope it never gets hit. Thank you for showing the combo. And I agree, bro. The tools, like, you can play this deck however you want to and clearly be successful with it. But anyway, I'll showcase you guys what I mean by this card is like a better... Now, so you don't get to utilize Museum's second effect here. That's the only bad thing, but that's okay. Because you're going to be able to get another Museum through just opening standard combo. So you activate Round Table, and then you get to special summon the Artorgus. So it unexpected dies from the deck. Normal summon. You can, yeah, like literally you can go right away into Isolde, you can go into Dempsey. Dempsey adds you Red Layer. Dempsey adds you Renaud, special Renaud. Renaud can grab back nothing. Never mind. Renaud can't add back any. Renaud adds back equipped Souls of Fire Warriors, not Noble Arms. But you can literally go up here into Isolde. And then you just have the standard combo. But since you've already exhausted this, it'll more than likely be the first combo that we showcased, right? So you go here, Isolde, add yourself Red Layer. But I don't know, maybe it's a little bit different. We open Malgus. Go and activate here. We pay the cost sending 1, so we can summon. We want to send Angel Ring because Angel Ring is just what's going to make this insane. Go here. You go the effect of our boy Ricardetto, powering Malgus. Anybody who's French in the chat, tell me, how do you pronounce Magus's name? Is it Malgus? I actually was dyslexic and thought there was an R here, so I thought it was Malgris. God. Malgus. Magius. How do you pronounce it? Magius sounds better, I think. Malgius sounds pretty cool. So you go, then we can make Angelica. We don't want to trigger the Magius yet. We got our second copy Museum. We'll go ahead and activate Museum. Use Museum's effect. We can technically grab... I mean, we could grab Durandal. If we grab this, equipped, dump, equip, bring out, the end board could be gear free. Or if we go with, I think it's either a gear free to, I think maybe, I'm trying to foresee here, we can end on either Double Charles or gear free Charles Little Knight. I think we add this, use that equipped, trigger Angelica, dump. Yeah, we cannot, yeah. Or well, technically we can use this, add Turpin. I think we add this, but Turpin doesn't get us anything really. It doesn't get us the gear free back. We're gonna go ahead. I mean, if we do this, we grab that, but we still have to use the special. Yeah, I think. We'll grab Dyrdahl. There's no point in sitting here and contemplating it. This is just showcasing you that Camelot, or one museum gets you to Camelot. Camelot can be an unexpected die, and we already know from playing plants and seeing Europe what unexpected die can do for you. Anywho, so you go ahead and use his effect here, target, and then chainer effect. Technically, I think we could have done that different. We send Gearfried. We'll send it. Just send it. Summon here. Ooh, I'm starting to see some mishaps. Really starting to see some mishaps. Was not supposed to do that. Mistakes have been made. Okay. How can we... How can we fix this scenario here? Whoa, guys. We goofed. We were supposed to send Turpin. Supposed to send Turpin and probably end on double Charles and... Or Charles and... Double Charles and SP, I think. Dukes. That's okay. I think it'll have to be okay. Special. Uses effect, add back Gearfried. That kind of sucks, but it's all in testing. I got to show you guys what it was supposed to be. How do you deal with a match up against Virtual Soul? I struggle with being the deck. So going first, there's literally almost no board that can beat us. Truly, there's no board that can beat us. They normal summon Virtual Soul, activate the effect, attempt to negate and destroy. They chain, negate, and destroy. Or they normal summon, pop it with Charles. They attempt to chain a card in hand, negate, and destroy with Gearfried. Now going second, it can be difficult, especially if they have like struggling. But for the most part, Vanquish Soul ends on like a Book of Moon and a pop. So they only know like 2 disruptions. How did you add the second museum with Angelica? Because I didn't add it with I didn't add the first. I opened with 1 museum. That was the opening hand was museum plus like Malgus, so museum plus like any normal summonable or extendal or fire warrior. It doesn't have to be fire warrior, but any warrior, museum plus warrior. And Camelot in that scenario can be used as an unexpected die. And then you grab the second museum off of Angelica. And like I said, I was dumb, and so we're gonna make best of what we can. We're gonna make do with what we can here. Technically go all in the power load ogre, go boom boom, but we're just gonna go ahead and do this. Just again showcasing what the deck can do. This should have been like double Charles, but I mean like it's all right. No. But again, of course, like I said, I'm just showcasing that Camelot can be used as an unexpected die by playing one of King Arthur. And his, shall I read you guys the poem? No one shall ever know the truth behind that fateful day Artorgus went forth to where the brilliant sword didst lay. 'Twas the first many feats so great, a legend through and through. We sing of him, Artorgus, the noble and the braves, from the tales of the noble knights. Bro, I am I'm so deep in the noble knights that King Arthur can't even pull me out from it. Shout out to my man Bash Pack for let me use that scenario. But you don't have to play this because this card technically is like another brick that you can play. But it just gives, again, it gives Camelot just another form of utility if you want to play it. I personally, once you open this card, it's not a fire warrior, it's a light. So if it was me, I like playing, there we go, Durandal. Just saw Dolphin is getting a reprint in the next Speed Duel box. Also bought an ulti to gay. Oh no, oh, hey, the ulti's all right. Well, you bought the ulti just in time for Konami to hit it, so that we all can be punished. But yeah, this is the list with Camelot. I want to take it and test it this weekend, because in theory, what it does is it gives you just a little bit more. And you have to cut, I mean, like, yeah, sadly, you have to cut some things. So, like, if you're playing hand traps, you got to cut down your hand traps. You can potentially play more. I just like it. It's at 40. You could potentially, I would go as far as doing like 42, and I'd play like another warrior extender. Like, I'm a huge fan of Shade Brigadine, like I've already said. I think Shade is awesome. You could do Shade, and then like I took out Call By to make it 40. So you could play Call By in here, make it 42. And there you go. And then that like statistically, or the probability, it would like lower your chances on like seeing things like that. Glad you're willing to give. Huge shout out to my man HB, man. He was the one that he reached out to me on Discord and showed it to me. And so I used to thought like this card didn't do much, and I hated the idea of playing the round table. But it's all, the round table is no different to me than like opening Ring or Phoenix Blade. They all, like, even if you open the equips, like even if you don't want to see them, they do sometimes help. Like opening Phoenix Blade allows you to use Turpin because of an extender, allows you to use Oliver as an extender, it gives you like different versatilities in a way. But what it does, like I said, I have to sit down and see it myself and like have it proved to me. I've already showed like the end board with this deck without Camelot, you end on SP Charles Gearfried. The end board with Camelot, you end on SP Charles Gearfried. So like your board gets a significant boost. And I know like probably the argument is that, well, no one's breaking SP Charles and Gearfried with an Angelic Ring unless truly, I'm not lying to you, unless they activate it and they open like, or they play something, they activate a spell that we have to negate. You know, I was telling you about it in the Infernoble and Sword Soul video too. You did bring it up, absolutely. Didn't recognize that was you, but yes, you did. And I like Shade Brigade. You could also do like 2 Red Layer, but like I said, I want cards to work in conjunction. I want Red Layer, Flint Lady, and so like I don't count, I know some people do, I don't count Gearfried's in his own little category. I count Red Layer, this, and this as being three generic extenders that can pop out and do whatever they want. But the one thing I said that I've brought up many times that these guys have over like Red Layer and things like Fenrir is that these are the first things you have to do, and then you end up looking at their hand and see a nib, and you're already 1 summon 2 into it, that if you don't open the correct extenders, the correct cards, given you can search everything out. Like literally you play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 now if you count Camelot, 7, 8, 9, where's Rhoda? 10 ways to get to different extenders. You can do like some crazy things. But it just gives a little bit more, and like I haven't really sat down and tested truly. Like that's just utilizing the standard 1-card combo, and I can't imagine in every different combo sequence how this card doesn't like put in work. Is what I'm trying to say. Is it feels like it just gives you. It seems like it probably doesn't put in work when you already open 2 museums. But then, like, if you open 3 museums, it pretty much means that if you open 2 museums, you actually have access to all 3 museums. So it pretty much means when you get access to 1 museum through Angelica, you have 2 museums. And we already know because of, like, Pack and his stuff, that this card literally is insane. Museum is one of the best cards in the deck. So you'd want to be able to utilize it truly, and that's what Camelot lets you do. Camelot lets you utilize it to its fullest potential. And like I said, I tested a little bit the other night. I didn't like the vanilla too much because I kept opening it. So that means you have like cards like, but again, the vanilla plus like red layers, but it's a warrior, so it still works. But you still have like cards like Renaud. So that means like Renaud already does not work with like Connector and Dolphin. So that's already like 4 cards in the list that if you open Renaud with, that you don't. So if you play the one Artorgus and you open Artorgus, you pretty much, it puts you on opening Flint or Red Layer to start out with, or any normal summonable name. So I guess it's not that bad. Like if you open just like Renaud plus Field, you can literally normal this, go here, and then you get Camelot summon out, go combo, and then you grab the second Field. So I guess there is like a lot of like scenarios where like getting the unexpected die, like, you know, I'll be the first to admit when the card first came out, I wasn't too fond of it. I thought it didn't really do too much. But the more I look at it, the less I'm finding wrong with it. It's an unexpected die at worst. It's another copy of Museum at best. It gives you protection when it comes back. It's a beautiful card. It's a Noble Knight. It's definitely something to consider. Do I think that you should play this over like certain other things? No, absolutely not. I watched my buddy double Dark Ruler a full Infernoble board on Tuesday at locals. Died laughing. The first Dark Ruler didn't do the first. That's that I love, dude. I love spaghetti. I love when my opponents are like, "Darn, if I saw a Super Poly or Dark Ruler, it would be different." And it's just like, nobody, no, it would not. It would not have been different, pal. It's like, would you like to read Angelica's Angel Ring, please? Because it says that no matter, it says you better draw 2 Dark Rulers, or you better draw 2 Super Polys, or you better draw 2 Droplets, because Angel Ring says no. Adding from Grave as well, that can be, yes, actually, that's arguably, if, so I know HB brought it up. I don't like playing 1 Durandal because it lowers the count of always making the Sin 4 combo live. But if you do play 1 Durandal, it lets you grab back from the grave too. So like it's allowing you to recycle cards like Museum and stuff. So it kind of justifies playing only 1 of them. I'm sure there's there's probably a world where you actually play, I think HB brought it up. There's a world where you could probably get away with playing more Camelots and less copies of the field spells because you can just recycle it. Technically, if Konami decides to go haywire, like off the walls and ends up hitting this deck and they like touch the field spell to 1, you just play more copies of Camelot. Just my like opinion, I guess. Like it doesn't, like I said, nothing's gospel from me. I never say that you have to play the deck this way because like clearly as all the topping lists and stuff out there, there's different ways to play the deck and the deck performs all right. I mean, it does what it needs to do. Technically, I mean, like even if you don't like playing the round table or Camelot, don't play them. The deck's still going to be just fine. But you are susceptible then to your board being broken. Like imagine, right? There you are. You finish full combo, you end on Little Knight, Charles, and Gearfried, and they end up drawing 6 cards. They end up baiting Charles negate, fires off a blowout card, negating, using Angel Ring, and they have technically 4 cards left in hand. And if their blowout card was something that stopped all your other interruptions, then all of a sudden, it's like, dang, I really could have used an additional Charles there to be an additional negation for that extra spell. But since you didn't play Camelot, you didn't get to it. And something HB brought up too in chat, he said that if Noble Knight cards would be destroyed by battle or card effect, so it's a battle or card effect too. So it just literally protects Charles. It protects cards like Isolde. It protects, like, you know, Artorgus if by any chance. And it can also special summon Artorgus, which is why if you don't want to play the main deck or the vanilla monster, it can just reborn back Artorgus. So if you do the Dempsey or if you do the Artorgus line with where's it at? And go into Retin, and then you do the same thing you would with Isolde, but instead of grabbing the second field, you can use this to reborn out the Artorgus that you linked off with, and then end up going into SP Little Knight with Retin and this. So it's the card has some crazy utility. Crazy. And the only thing you're forced to do is play Round Table. And thank goodness this card says, during your main phase, you can bench this card, and then you can place 1 Noble Knights or Round Table card from your hand, deck, or graveyard face up in your field zone. So it lets you utilize it. And this is a Noble Knight card, so there is like some sort of like cool things. I think Oliver says you can discard a Fire Warrior. Interest, yeah. So it has, I think it's with Malgus actually, because Malgus can shuffle back Fire Warrior or Noble Arms, so never mind. So it can't do that, but it can shuffle back that, so that's pretty cool. Camelot does play under Droll too. Explain real quick, HB, why it plays under Droll, because the way I'm looking at it is even if you hard open it, you go Camelot effect, activate, then you get to add Noble Arms, and then you add Museum, they Droll you. You can't activate Museum, so how does it play under... Because I understand it plays... Oh, because it can also summon too, that's also something. I guess it gives you an extension under Droll as well, that's... But you explain to me, because that's why I'm struggling to see. Just add Museum from Grave. Holy buckets. But if you've already used Museum, right? To add this, you get Drolled. What good is the second Museum going to do you, because you can't use the first effective Museum to add? I guess it gets you, like, follow-up, right? Is that like what it does? It grabs you the follow-up? I don't know, man. I do not know. Definitely interesting. I should have gone today and picked up. Let's see here. I think I was playing the Sky Crisis. And this should be Link Crevo. Or Link Spider, excuse me. Call by the Grave, but I never see it ever. That's kind of like that's what I was thinking when I decided to cut it out. If you'd want to keep this at 40, you can cut it out because like it's a 1-of, so like you might never see it. However, when you do see it, whoo, it's pretty good. But it's just another like theory. Like here's so like for my side deck theory, Tactics and Call by are like the first 3 cards that come out. I side out these 3, Ogier, Malgus, and Angelic Ring are like another 3 cards that come out. So it allows me to have like 6 cards to put in. Situation. Okay. But I mean, still, it's giving you resources back underneath Droll. That's what's important because like Infinite Nobles can have a grind game, and we do have a grind game, so it's pretty cool. Interesting. You just grab their Droll man and you throw it. If the Droll ain't in the graveyard, it never happened. Saw your Sinless deck list. I can't afford Sinful Engine, but I am trying to play with Kashtira's in the deck. What do you think about that? I think Kashtira. I think that the Kashtira engine is all right, but I think that it just does exactly what I've talked about Red Layer. It puts, if you special in Fenrir, you're already 1 summon into a Nibiru. Fenrir, though, is a crazy card. I actually totally agree with Pack's decision to side deck the whole 3 Fenrir and a Rise Heart, because then you get to, it makes the siding out the Dolphin and the Connector easy. Camelot can protect from battle. Yeah. Be destroyed by battle or card effect. Destroy one equip card you control instead. That's cool because like that could also like combo off with like Roland. Like you equipped Roland, pop a card, this right here. Destroy Roland. Roland goes back to grave, so you can utilize it again like during your turn, which is insane. Pretty crazy. Let's play a game real quick. Let me scuff a game real fast. Yeah, add Durandal and stuff like that. Especially if you go like his old dump 4, you add back Durandal, and Durandal can't be used, as in like it can't be used for its add, but it can be used for its special summon. That's pretty cool. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Same concept as Heritage. J-Rock, baby. Oh, we lost. Dice roll. Ooh, that's rough. Imperm Tactics. All right. We'll see what this guy's playing. Barack Ojama. Okay. Cool name, I guess. Fossil Dig. All right. Exactly, Santiago. Oh, I didn't even see what he added. Does this... Let's him add. Do you hit this with Imperm? Because he adds... Because he already normal summoned. He adds Misk. Yeah, I think this is noble Imperm. Because he adds Misk, Dismiss, then I can't do anything. Because that's normal, and then Misk. He had the Misk. Oh my god. He opened the Misk. Well, now that's rough. That is rough. That's crazy he opened it. But we're okay. I don't think we're okay. I think we're going to get swamped by dinos. Like, Jurassic Park theme song should be playing right now. But yeah, that's kind of crazy. One of Misk. Punished me. That must be, that should. That must be what it's like to chew 5 gum. Yeah, I think the deck already naturally plays under Droll pretty well. That's why I opted to cut out the Lensland, is because it naturally plays under Droll, unless you open like a handful of searchers. But I mean, at that point, it is what it is. Scrap. He's going full combo on me. Barack Obama's about to win the election again. Crazy. I bet you this instant like Savage, Apollousa, and Ultimate Conductor. Crazy. I actually have a Dino duel video to talk over, actually. I think that... I like Dino. And my buddy Kelly, he has like a Dino deck that's like maxed rarity, like collector's rare, everything. And the deck is beautiful. I mean, it is beautiful. But we'll have that post commentary coming up soon. Yep, we're just getting combo womboed on. Teach me to use Imperm. He can make Dalga. He can make Logia or Dolka. I mean, he can make Savage. But Apollousa, yep. As is tradition. 2400s of Bitter Rough, Double Evolution Pill. Yes, indeed. I better see an Ultimate Conductor come out. Dang. Conductor. Is there like a world where I think he sets 1. Knowing my luck, that's going to be like Imperm himself. Draw Oliver. Okay. See if he fires off something here. Send Garfried. That's okay. Go over Nod. Attempt to add back Garfried. This hopefully should spark something. Conductor. Sweet. Okay. Summon Prankertops. All right. One of my college friend. Well, hopefully he's handsome. We activate draw 2. Oh, but he has Logia. Logia is what a monster would be normal. Oh, no. Oh, that's rough. He summons out Prankertops. Out of all the cards to summon out, I guess that's the best one we could take. I mean, do we dare draw 2? Because I'm trying to think. I think you can almost just completely, like, if I could tactics take Ultimate Conductor, go bad. I mean, like, I gotta bait Dino Wrestler. That's really what I gotta do. I mean, I could draw. I mean, I could potentially rip into Droplets, technically. We'll try this. God, if he would just Pankratops this. Let's see here. I mean, we go Little Knight. See, if we played a Link 1, I get it now. I get it. Oh, we could, 1 second. Oh, well, we can't do anything, right? During the turn after you normal summon or special summon 2, blah, blah, blah. If you do, you cannot normal summon special monsters for the rest of this turn. But I'll just be taking. Huh. Do I dare smack Sky Crisis? Sky Crisis, oh. I still fall victim to... I still would fall victim to... Apollousa. Let's see here. I think I go as Zold. Yeah, see if we can... Oh yeah, this actually, yeah. Zold. We'll activate our effect. See if that'll proc that. Because if we can Imperm on his Zold... I knew that was an Imperm, so that's... Okay. Go and activate it for cost. Let's go ahead and send 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boost me up to 19. Let's see if we can do this here. That's crazy. Ah, dang. I think it's all right though. Let's see if we can equip. So all we're trying to do is just bait out this, see if we can bait this. There's probably a world where Apollousa. 16. Dang. I guess technically I could. Yeah, I don't think we got this. I mean, if we attempt to go battle phase, this ain't like the game where I attempt to move to battle phase, he has the opportunity to respond. I just go ahead and that's right, I don't target, so that means... Oh yeah, that's forgot. That card exists. Yeah. Yeah, too much. All right, let's see here. We know we're going first. So maybe we take out, like... I mean, really, there's not really anything that we want to take out. Yeah. Not really anything we want to take out. I mean, technically we could side in like DD Crows, but I feel like Imperms and like Droplets is pretty decent. We can just Droplets away some things. Well, we will be going first. Barack Ojama. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. This is great. We know he plays Imperm, so but like we can go Imperm. Yeah, this is already This hand's pretty good. Go and activate here. Oh no. Oh no. I have to destroy this, don't I? Oh, I don't have to destroy it. Good, awesome. All right, so that's crazy. I thought I had to destroy it. I've been playing this all wrong. Okay, so he has no hand traps. Man, he ain't winning. He is not winning. We can, yeah. Sir is not winning. I'd rather take 500. We just go full combo here and then on like double Charles, Gearfried, and SP Little Knight, and we win. One, two, three, four. I declare some war. Yeah, then we can, but see, we get to do something cool here. We get to go ahead and send Malgus. And then banish 2. Yeah, because we would have hit that damn Dino and he would have got... I mean, technically we have triple T, so like even if we hit the Dino, we could have done something. Which would have been pretty... Which would have been all right. But we're just going to go... Like, yeah, we're just going to go full combo. Utilize Camelot. I think we'll... Yeah. I guess in this scenario, like, it would be technically a win more, right? Nope, I just want to add to hand. This man's probably thinking that he's... like, he's probably like, I'm sitting pretty good. He opened like his vanilla, though. That kind of sucks. He has Giant Rex vanilla. Giant Rex vanilla... the little Triceratops, pot, and evolution pill. So like, yeah, we win this. There's no world that we lose. No world that we lose. Grab and jump. Grab our second field spell, because we're born different. Yeah, we just want to go and activate Phoenix Blade. And then we'll send Banish here and here. Add back. This is crazy. We're gonna straight go here. Target Angelica. Yep, go ahead and use Angelica's effect. Go ahead and get on out of here, but we're going to send Gearfried, Special Summoner Roland. And then we'll go ahead and go here. Activate, we'll grab the Camelot. Then activate target. I guess it doesn't matter what we target, right? Because then we can just utilize go here. We'll go ahead and make Charles. Do we have? I shall back 1. Yeah, it's gonna be the only time we can use it. Yeah, let's go ahead and use Malgus. Shuffle back 1, 2, 3. Nope, Draw into Joyous. That's not bad. Activate. Yep. Then we get to add Durandal. Technically, we can add Durandal for follow-up because we already opened a second field spell. You'll just add Durandal. Doesn't matter. Because we open second field spell, we can go and activate here. Oh, yeah. Gonna have a lot of field spells, I guess. That's okay. Nope. We'll go here. Yep, we'll go ahead and activate Charles's Chainlink 1. And activate Alamis's Chainlink 2. Grab us Gearfried. Go here. Nope. Hopefully I don't misclick and like totally butcher this. Let's go here. And like, see, technically, since we have Durandal, we can literally even go like further. Like, that's actually kind of crazy, man. Because if we go Durandal, we go into Fire Warrior and do some shenanigans, but we can actually just keep our hand. Like, we could have made, technically speaking, we can still end on Baron. If we want to, by using Gearfried. Because, like, sometimes I like doing that because that means, I thought I didn't. Well, that kind of sucks. Misclick, I guess. So then we can go ahead and go Gearfried. Banish. Summon. And I guess maybe technically we could go like activate, right? And I only say this because like we already know what's in his hand, and we already know we can negate 2 spells. So like if we negate 2 spells, that puts him on drawing like a 3rd one. No. And then like, nope, I just want to use Durandal. Grab Oliver. I don't even have to grab Oliver. Gosh. Yeah. I didn't need to, I mean, I didn't need to add museum. I already opened with 2 museums, so like this is just allowing us to be a little bit cover our bases a little bit better. But here I can like equip to Charles, and yeah, this is just literally quite insane. I don't even understand why this guy is still sitting through it, like with hopes that he's going to be able to beat this. And then like during the standby phase, I can use Baron's effect to bring out Gearfried, so it's like I get to reuse it again. Truly, it's... And then I go ahead and move to in phase. We'll bring back Angelica. We'll use this Charles here. We'll go here. And then we'll just add Ogier from deck, even though we didn't have to. Yeah. Could end with triple. Yeah, I guess you're right. I could add another Charles, but I mean, I guess I could have linked up over here into like Rattan. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. You're right. You're right, though. Yeah, you're right. I could have made a 3rd Charles if I just went over here. Ban is 6, buddy. And I shouldn't have banished, now that I think about it, I shouldn't have banished the round table since I did it technically. Yeah, I shouldn't have. Oh, I can send an equip from hand. Okay. Sweet. Always go for museum with Camelot. Well, listen, man, I thought I'd be different. But yeah, I'd have to take those two, link into Ratin, and I could have done double. I could have done like Ratin and then done like triple Charles and like Gearfried. Pretty crazy. But now we're going second. So I know for a fact that this, and I know that. Oh goodness, Crow's really good. Crow. Technically, I could do maybe I take out this. I mean, like, we gotta put in, so triple Crow. Maybe I put in like 3 Evenlies? Or do I do Lightning Storm? Do I do 3 Gamma-Seals? Like, just rip Gamma-Seal? Because he ends on so much. He ends on just so much that it's almost that this will be negated no matter what. But like Lightning Storms. Gamma-Seal just solves a card right away. Nib would be cool. We'll just do these. I don't think this... We'll just swap. It is what it is. Let's do it. That field was Baron, Gear, Charles times 2, and SP. Yeah. Droll is great against dinos. I see. Well, that thought did cross my mind, but I thought they only added once off of the... What do you call it? Off of... I can't think of the name. I'm sorry. Oviraptor. But I guess you're right. He showed that he was playing the vanilla, so he's playing like the Evo stuff. We have droplets, so... Yeah, he's letting me go first. Sweet. All right, let's punish this boy. We're just going to punish him. Because even, like, yeah, we're just going to punish him. Fire it off, bud. Oh, he's not going to fire it off. Okay. Now I got to kind of think here. What do I want to discard? I guess I can discard Renault. See the hand. I have to use this to add back Renault. And see, this is where like testing and stuff like that goes under, right? So like, I don't know how Camelot does with like this line here. I can enter like triple Appaloosa and stuff. Or like Appaloosa with 3 material and like double Charles. Do I dare send... Let's do it. He has a Kaiju. If this card is destroyed by card effects... Well, I gotta go for it. So... Okay. We can beat this. We just gotta think on how. I think we go normal combo, send for normal combo, and I want to bring back out Dolphin at the end of the combo and look at the hand and rip that that Dogoron out. So let's do it. I think this is how we do it. See, this is the problem, is you can get lost. There's so many combo lines, but I'm just going to stick to the simple combo sequence that I was talking about. Because I have access to Renaud, I can hold. So we're going to activate Isolde Add. Because he's probably... Yeah. Yeah, and like even if we're going second, like Droplets was a great card to have anyway. Activate. Send 4. I need to send this. Oh, I sided out Angel Ring. This man got me. Well, man, yeah, we can. But I want to make sure to rip that Dogoron out. I mean, normally it doesn't really matter, right? Like, whatever he Dogorons, it's going to be okay. Especially since they're Charles. If I can own double Charles, it really doesn't matter. But I want to give it to him. I want to give it to him. So, select a card to send to graveyard. Send here. Go here. I just want to give it to him, man. Yeah, exactly. But he's going to draw into... You know, watch it, Brandon. He'll draw into it. Bet. Yeah, we're just going to do the standard combo with our Torgus this time because, see, again, if you're doing Dempsey, you have to utilize Renaud, but this is going to let me rip this out. No hand trap, no nothing. The fool, I don't know what he was thinking, letting me go. Foolish. Yeah, one kaiju won't do nothing. Really, it won't. And I might, in theory, I could potentially lose by just focusing about this kaiju too much, but I'm just going to teach him a lesson. But, like, my hand is so crazy, like, it really doesn't matter. But I want to get him for that kaiju. Time might be getting close in the round. I need to burn off that 5 to make life points even. God, this is actually just wild. Okay. Gotta think here, so. Grab Museum. Activate. Activate. Grab Camelot. And then we go Divine Sword. Banish, banish. Technically, since I opened another museum, this is where like I could actually use Camelot to Reborn Arthur. Go here, target. Chain her effect. Send Gearfried. Summon Roland. Isn't that just kind of wild? Like I could actually use this to bring back Arthur since I used it. Bro, I can't believe you missed dinner. I did miss dinner, my man. I did, my bad. Go here, and then we go ahead and activate here. That's okay. Nope. Use Camelot. Go here, and then I'm going to keep it with you guys, and I'm going to grab the 3rd copy of Museum, just because like we can end on like, yeah. We can literally end on so much more. I see now by adding the 3rd copy of Museum. I see it. It's something, my man, Caleb. It's something. You should, poor guy, had me go first game 3. Poor fool. But like in his defense, like I did open droplets. So like technically speaking, even if he had me go second, like my hand was pretty jacked enough to beat on whatever he had. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't. That's kind of up, so I get to add back Gearfried. That's sad that it doesn't get to do that, but that's okay. Add back. Nope, I just want to add back. Keep on comboing on. Put that there. Don't use Charles. We just go ahead and go effect of this. Move up Charles. Go here. And then we'll go ahead and go effect. Yeah, this hand is... Bro, it feels like this deck is kind of custom. Sometimes. Like, I mean... Go here. Yeah, I see it now, chat. I super see it. By adding the 3rd museum. Okay. Activate this. Banish here. Go here. Just to go ahead and get this out of the way. Go and activate. Now watch him talk deck Dark Ruler. Watch him. I swear, watch him top deck Dark Ruler, man. And then I'm just going to get straight punished because I side out Angel Ring because I thought I was going first. Okay, so I added that. We'll go this. Move this up. So that's pretty much might be what he was hoping on, drawing one of his board breakers. I mean, if he draws Dark Ruler, it is what it is. But we're just going to rip that Kaiju, is what we're going to do. I didn't even need to search Oliver. That's quite insane. I know do all this just to lose to... Technically, I can end on 3 Charleses. It's quite insane. Bye-bye, Dogoran. I don't understand. Take that. Haha. Dang. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Dark Ruler wouldn't be too bad. No, I do not want to use its effect. Instead, I'll go here and activate Ogier. Target. Equip here. I guess we moved to end phase. Because then we could just go Angelica, come back. I should have not done this there, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and equip. Equip Durandal. And then we'll equip there. All right. We know what he has. So. And then Camelot comes back. Yeah, I know, Anima. I know, man. Oh. Hot dang. Yeah, I should have flipped, put Baron over here and put Angelica there just so in case we did draw him out. I wonder what he drew. We'll call this the Foolish Dino. Let's go see, let's see what he drew. I think you go, I'm kind of, yeah, replay. Foolish Dino. Yeah. Oh, is there a way to, hopefully there's a way to speed this up. Oh yeah, he just plays through, okay. And then, I can see his hand, right? Oh no, I don't get to see his hand. Oh shoot, I thought it showed your hand. Huh. Well, it still might, I don't know. But, that's crazy, and he let me go first, man. That, crazy. Straight insane. Send 4. That's even crazy. Like, even like I was kind of worried like I'd be hyper focused. I even said I was hyper focused on getting rid of that Kaiju, even though the Kaiju wouldn't have done much. But like, even staying hyper focused on the Kaiju, like the deck did what it did. But I do see what you guys were saying. Yeah, Camelot always needs to grab the field spell because that field spell just brings Charles back up again. And if at the worst case scenario, that Charles can just be extra fodder for SP and stuff like that. This is... I don't know. Let's see if there's a setting. Gameplay, always show card list, delay chain, and invert prop. It's card laid out, standard. Oh dang, you can do... That's cool. I like Restless. I don't know, man. I just want to see what he drew for turn. It's crazy that it doesn't let you see what was in their hand. I'll have to show you. I didn't actually even save on my Omega, so like it's crazy because like I was testing it and then it didn't save, but it's a lot of Bystials. A lot of Bystials. I have it memorized. And then like you use like the stuff to get regain, I think what it is. Pretty much I had it built and I didn't hit the save button, and then I exited out of Omega and I didn't save it, so I gotta just go do it again. That's almost like, HB, that's almost like video worthy, right? One connector plus museum or 2 warriors plus museum equals this with Camelot. Because that was literally, we'll see here. We'll count how many disruptions that was. That was quite a lot. And if I, and you know, if I knew and I kept in Angel Ring, is it the hand icon? No, that's pause. Well, that's creepy. Alexa just talked to me and I'm the only one in my house. Yep. Maybe I can see their hand like after the replay's over. Yeah, it doesn't show me their hand. That's insane. But let's, I mean, like, 1 disruption, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 disruptions again. So, I mean, like, that's not too crazy. If I would have known, I would have had, like, Little Knights had been 7, or not Little, I would have had, like, Angel Rings, so I'd have been 7 disruptions. That's crazy. Even if I didn't go for the Kaiju and he Kaiju this Charles, because this Charles is the one that's all equipped, this one can't be destroyed or targeted. That's kind of crazy. Kind of nuts. Dude, I can't believe. I just want to know. He must have not drew anything good, right? Must have been that. But yeah, guys, I think we'll wrap it up here for the stream. I have locals tomorrow. We might do, so we'll either do locals tomorrow or we'll stream. Me and my buddies will get together. We're going to do live testing. So I'll either stream live testing or I'll do locals. One of the two. Maybe I'll do a poll and stuff like that to see. No matter what, I'm going to locals to get Camelot and stuff like that. So, but yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to see more streams like this, comment down below, subscribe, all that type of stuff. Most importantly, you guys out there, stay safe and stay healthy. This is going to be me from Team COG signing out.